Okay, boys and girls, this is episode 3 of this old car, and I've installed the heater core in the box and the hoses. Okay, all new hoses, and checked it and tested it, and it works just like it should. The heat comes on, blows hot air, no leaks or anything like that, so everything's all good to go here. And I think I'm going to the vacuum line on that vacuum valve right there. I think I'm going to replace that vacuum line while I got this thing out, but I'll get to that a little bit later. So after I get the fender off, it wasn't too hard to get this box out. Just a couple of like sort of lag screws that held the box itself in, and once the box came out, it separated from another flat metal piece that was held in by some looked like machine screws. I replaced the machine screws. As you can see, I put a liberal amount of silicone around there, and also under that is some weather stripping that I got from Lowe's. Basically what I did was I looked at what was the old stuff on there and try to replicate that as much as possible. So basically, or the basic thing is it works, and that's all I'm looking for. So hopefully that'll be the end of that, and won't have to pull that fender off again. But in the process of taking all this off, I broke a headlight, so I need to replace one of the headlights. And these headlights aren't something you can just go to any auto parts store and get. Well, went to a couple places and they had the high beam, but I need a regular low beam round headlight, so I might have to order that online, but whatever, no biggie. I can get it, just a matter of time. So I still have to put all this back together. And one of the things I forgot to say in the last video was, you see back here, this tape around here, that's because these are washers, fender washers. Actually, they're spacers, and what you want to do is you want to make sure you do not lose these fender spacers. And I like to keep a track of where they go, so I just threw some masking tape around them right as they were. That way I don't lose them, and I know where they go. Don't need to mess with them or anything like that. So anyway, that's that. Next thing I'm going to do when I get a little bit of time, a little bit more time, is I'm going to kind of bang out the little twang on that fender right there. It's a little bend or a little dent or something like that. I don't know what happened, but I'll kind of twang that out a little bit, fill it up, sand it down, and all like that. So the inner fender was very clean, so I just had to wire brush some rust down and throw some rusty metal primer on it, and that's all I'm going to do with that. So that'll go back on when I get that little dent there fixed. And after that, I guess I'll attach it to the headlight housing, get the fender on, get the headlights in, and then the bumper goes in. Depending on how feasible it is, I might try to bang out the bumper, or just eventually I'm probably going to send it out to have it re-chromed, but that's in the far future. Oh, that's right, another thing too, I in the process of taking all this off, I must have damaged the turn signals, because neither turn signal works, so those bulbs are going to have to be replaced. My guess is these turn signals were never replaced, so they're almost 50 years old. Car sat for a long time. It only has doesn't even have 50,000 miles on it, so most likely these are the original ones, and they're probably fragile and what have you. But a lot of little stuff needs to be done. So let's see. Let's do a quick walk around of this car. 67 Ford Galaxie. As you can see in there, it had the 390 4-door, so it's not a big, well sought after car.